I am sorry for the delay. I was in the mood to do anything beforehand. I know I missed it. So I'll get everything done and finished block-wise. So here we go. As I was saying last time, swans. I love swans. This is we went to the Swannery. Now I'll show you some good pictures from the Swannery. As you can see, the thing in itself right now is the entrance. Swannery, Abbassi Swannery is a large place here where this once. It's cool place actually. For example, continuing pictures. These are swans, and as you can see, the entry to Swanneries aren't that great. It's mostly conservation. The only real rule of thumb with Swanneries is no dogs allowed, because obviously swans are birds. Swans, dogs don't get on. They can fend off cats easily enough because they're strong enough, but dogs, risque. Anyway, continuing to the next picture. These are just general environment shots, not that helpful. I'll go back to, I'll show you this once. Yeah, swans. They're very. Here we go. Here's a good example of cygnets and swans. That's normal amount there. One swan can have many cygnets, 4 to 6 normally. They can have more sometimes. And the interesting thing about swans is cygnets don't actually recognize their parent straight away when they're born. It's not like us as humans, in which we have with the intrinsic recognition of our parents. They don't have that intrinsic recognition, which makes it quite interesting for swans. Swans, in that way, swans makes it easier to guess in case of abandonment. Here we go. This one really is good for interesting because it has multiple birds in the same place at the same time. And I can see in this, for example, from this picture. There's white swans, other birds around each other. This is actually not, but look at this. If you look at this, keep in mind, this isn't natural necessarily if they were on their own. Naturally, swans would not like any animal near them if they're having children. That extends to humans or birds alike. They're kind of aggressive in terms of that. That's to be expected there, isn't it? Here you go, another good example. But this is a separate case because swans in this environment can exist because they know it's a safe place, fresh water, and the lake, because the lake where it's set up at is actually really good water for swans and birds. It's really fresh. It doesn't have to, because technically speaking, swans can disinfect dirty water naturally, but it's not an ideal. If there's literally no fresh water, they'll do that, disinfect themselves dirty water. But if possible, they drink fresh water naturally, much like humans. Humans would always one comparison. Humans can't drink dirty water because it poisons us. We don't have the glands that they have. Continuing pictures. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think these are all due to one swan, I think. There could be an adopted swan signet in there. Maybe. Maybe. Immediately forget me in this one. Wait, next picture coming up. This is a very calm. I'll say this much. I'm surprised. This is a very calm mother. I'm not surprised. I'm very surprised she even allowed this to happen because mother swans with cygnets are very territorial, rightfully so. Normally, if you approach them, they hiss at you or maneuver towards you. If you do that, that's not necessarily that just means back off. Because that's the thing. Swan attacks aren't nothing. Swan attacks can hurt you quite badly if you let it happen. Because swans are still very strong, and the swan, if they stood up with their full wings out, are equal to the size of small humans anyway. So it's much like kangaroos, in which they can potentially have the kicking power into the body to hurt you. Because that's the thing about swans as well, is that they are not light at all. Adult swans are quite heavy. They aren't as heavy as other creatures, of course, but they are heavy enough to cause impact on you. They can actually wound you for a little while, and that's how they work. That's just swans in a nutshell. Just respect them, leave them alone. They can be around you sometimes. Just don't cross the lines. Here we go, as you see. Mass feeding of swans. Yes, I can see. All the birds here are here because of the water. It's good water, and the Swannery provides them with food. They can get food themselves naturally, of course, but this is easier for swans sometimes to go to like mass hubs of others areas. But they have to share a species then, of course, but that's besides the point. It's a good, safe area to get food. Continuing. Here we go. As you can see, that's how it's done. There's the ones in the bucket there, and then the feeder that throws in the water, because it doesn't matter if it's in water or there, it still counts for the swans. They eat it in either form. Continuing. This is a black swan. I like black swans personally more because they're still cooler in general. Their size, in terms of size, they're slightly smaller than the white ones. They're as fierce, and they actually operate differently with fertility cycles. They, as in the triggers for fertility, is different. And this is the final one I'll do for this one, is that this is the difference. White swans are there, black swan there, and other creatures, other ones there. White and black swans get on with each other, but they come from very different origins and are technically speaking different. They can't interbreed with each other, white and black swans. A black swan has to breed for a black swan, a white swan has to be a white swan. And the conditions for breeding is different for both black and white swan alike, similarly. With that, I will end this part of the travel blog.